What's up, guys? Welcome in. Hit that like button. And we are officially live on YouTube as well. Perfect. Cool. So I'm with you guys. CC, V2, Chad. What's up? Welcome in. How is everybody doing? Is there anything in particular any of you want to talk about? If so, let me know. Ryan, what's up? Welcome in. I think I'm good on YouTube already. So that's good. All right. So I'm in it. I'm here with you guys. Hit the like button. We're still with our fun guy today. But yeah, apparently, Antifa is being arrested and charged as terrorist right now. Um, Seems super sketch to me, but I digress. How is everyone doing today? We're also on ground news as well. So if you guys don't know what you want to talk about, you let me know in the comments. What's up, Jen? Welcome in. Guys, I'm not holding a lot of people. Keep hitting that screen. New line, what's up? Welcome in. And to ground news we go. So it says Zelensky will meet with Trump in Florida on Sunday for talks on Ukraine security guarantees. Mm, mm. Don't know if I'll. Because we also, don't forget, we have Netanyahu coming as well. I believe this week. So that's fun. Um, yeah, on Monday. So he's meeting Zelensky on Sunday, Netanyahu on Monday. And that's according that's according to Israeli officials. Cha Cha, what's up? Welcome in. A Jackson, hello. William, how we doing? How we doing, guys? Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the follow button. We are so close to 30,000. We are at 29,965. So we need 35 more people by the end of the year. That is easy fucking money. Viper, Ariana, hello. Welcome in. Christine, hello, hello. Guys, don't be shy in the comments. Let me know what you want to talk about and we will get it going. Again, we are also live on YouTube, so if I look this way, I'm not just talking to someone else. It's another camera. I am on, well, no, didn't I say I was going to go on at 1? I thought I said 1 today. I don't want to do it in the evening, guys. I don't know if I have plans or not. I'm probably going to sit at home, but we'll see. We'll see. Has anyone been affected by this winter weather? And Ryan, do you guys have clean water yet? I hope you do. I hope you do. Yeah, I thought I said 1, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. I know I posted it this morning around like 9 because I couldn't remember the exact time. So we could both be wrong or we could both be right. Who knows? Um, yeah, Trump called the strikes in Nigeria a Christmas present for ISIS. Yeah, ours is okay now. All right, good. Glad you got some clean water. Not gonna lie, that was worrying me for a bit. Again, if you know of any foundations or anybody raising money for storm damages or anything like that, Ryan, drop it in the comments. And instead of gifts, you guys give it there. But yeah, we're just on trying to get some follows today. Gonna have a little bit of a conversation. But you guys choose what we're talking about and we'll get into it. Ooh, it says MAGA furious as Democratic Lieutenant Governor Flanagan wears hijab. I don't, why are they mad at that? Like, did she do it in a way that was appropriation? I don't think so. I don't know who this Lieutenant Governor is though, so, um, but her name is Peggy Flanagan. But you guys are being super shy in the comments. What's up, guys? Welcome in. Lisita, what's up? Welcome back in. It's nice to see you. How is everybody doing? And I will say, I have gotten a few messages of people having to refollow me in the past week or so. The most recent one was literally today, or it was a comment rather. But yeah, so make sure you're hitting the follow button. It unfollows sometimes. Mimi, what's up? Welcome in. Love your channel name. I mean, it's just the truth at this point. There's nothing against the red, white, and blue. Specifically, there's nothing against the blue, but it's just every time I look at the fucking news, the first thing out of my mouth is what the fuck. And I think red, white, and what the fuck just kind of sums up our current administration. Speaking of which, did you guys hear that KKK airline Levitt, Caroline Levitt. Forgot I was on TikTok for a second. Can't say certain things. Uh, she's pregnant and she's leaving. Sweet James, hello, welcome in. Guys, if you have not hit that follow button yet, please do. We are so close to 30,000. We're not chasing millions. We're not chasing fame. We are chasing community. Yes, I do have a goal by the end of the year, 30,000. We are at 29,965. We need 35 more followers by the 31st. That is so easy to get. Happy New Year, James. Happy New Year. Hope everyone's year is ending well. Sandra, thank you so much. Now we need 34, guys. Now we need 34. Sandra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Why do people come in here and just say MAGA? Like, that's not a whole, like, what? I don't understand. And guys, sorry for the wet hair. My shower, I ran late. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Sandra. I really do appreciate it. Ryan, get that ass. You already know what to do. Um, But everyone, I hope your holidays have been going well if you celebrate. And if not, I just hope you've been having some pretty good days. Goes for you guys over on YouTube as well. But about these Christmas strikes in Nigeria, what I found interesting is that Nigerian residents are pretty fucking confused uh, because they said they have no knowledge of extremist behavior going on in the areas that were struck. It's his identity. Okay, I get that, right? Like, technically, my name is my identity, right? I don't just go in lives and be like, Dana, in all caps. You know what I mean? It's kind of fucking weird. Like, at least say like MAGA rules or something. I do not agree, but like, I'm trying to help you guys not look dumb on two platforms at once, and it ain't working. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Ryan, I don't know if you're over on the YouTube. If you are, can you hear me? We're just trying to make sure this is working for us. Because yesterday I was an idiot and this was muted. Uh-oh. Ron Jeremy. That's a good question. Do you think Trump can run again, Ron Jeremy? Ryan, thank you for the audio confidence for me. I do appreciate you checking both. Robert the Real, hello. While we're waiting on Ron Jeremy to either give us an explanation or to run away, have you guys watched Stranger Things yet? If so, what were your feelings? A lot of people didn't like Will's coming out scene. They're like, it's 2025, everyone's gay. And I'm like, no, in the fucking show, it's the 80s. Like, what? Um, he does come out. That's not spoiling anything. We knew that was going to happen because Vecna's been holding his secret against him for all the seasons. WTF America. Win Trump for America. Win Trump for America. What the fuck does that even mean? I would love for him to run again. So you have no qualms with that being a constitutional violation? Glam, hello. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We got to see Dirty Bad in here the other day or yesterday as well, which was pretty nice. We're only going live once today. I will say, you guys, if you haven't hit follow yet, please do. We're 34 people away from our goal. 34 people away from 30,000. Yes, it does say on my page 30,000 right now. If you click the real number, it's 29,966. So please hit follow if you haven't already. And if you have, just keep tapping that like button. Put some comments in the chat what you guys want to talk about, and we will get it going. We've got a couple MAGA in here, still waiting for the constitutional violation answer. Taking a really long time. He's probably Googling if it's actually a constitutional violation, which, as we know, it is. What is that, the 22nd Amendment? Am I remembering correctly? That's the term limits. But yeah, the people in Nigeria that we were talking about have said they have no idea of any extremist activity going on in their area. So much like Venezuela, because right now, by the way, if you didn't know, the U.S. Coast Guard for now 6 days has been chasing an oil tanker with no oil. It's the 22nd. Okay, that's what I thought. Has been chasing an oil tanker with no oil for what? Like what the fuck is you know what I mean? It's just fucking stupid. Rick, what's up? Welcome in. I'm seeing a lot of MAGAs in the chat, but like that What do you mean by that? Also, why are politicians now? It was always hard MAGA. And now people are starting to say MAGA, which, like, branding wise, doesn't work for you guys. MAGA sounds stupid, stupider than MAGA, which I didn't think was possible. But guys, we are at 3K, right on the dot, actually. So I'm going to visit our fun guy. Give me 1 second. Legally, it should be. Legally, it should be. But we do have to accept the fact that they break the law every single day. So if they try, I'm not going to be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, my hair's a lot more wet than I thought it was. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I don't understand. They just come in and they just say MAGA or Trump. What does that have to do with the conversation that we're talking about? You know what I mean? It makes no fucking sense to me. But don't be shy in the comments. Put what you want to talk about. I'm on ground news right now, seeing if anything really stands out. Um, More thrifting and fewer returns. The early trends that define shopping this holiday. This is interesting because we know all those stores came out with those fake ass fucking numbers saying that, oh, the stores were crazy. It was nuts. Biggest sales in history. That's a fucking lie. Ryan says, MAGA means little peen. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Like, screaming MAGA definitely screams like not even little peen, like micro peen. For sure. For sure. Am I a Democrat or a Republican? Well, Mickey, right now, that's actually, I don't really qualify myself as either. I do normally vote blue, I'm not going to lie to you. But my beliefs are as follows. I think anyone should be able to do whatever the fuck they want as long as it does not harm or unalive anyone or anything or impede on or take away the rights of others. I also think that healthcare, food, education, and housing should be both affordable and accessible in this country. And no, I don't believe in open borders, but I do think that our immigration system right now is heavily flawed and needs complete reform. And that's how I feel. Some people say independent. I don't even like that term. I just don't like to be put in a box. I just believe what I want to believe, and it's more of a populist statement, I guess. So not even an independent, more just like populist. God forbid, I think people should be able to work 40 hours and pay their bills. Such a crazy radical leftist thought, you know. You said it all. I agree. Lisa, that's why we love having you in here. Welcome in, welcome back. Yeah, it's go. Thank you so much for the follow. It's literally as simple as that. Like, a lot of people get on here, I'm a lesbian American. I'm a pansexual American. Nice to meet you. Hello. But no, I don't understand how other countries like the UK, they run like 6 fucking candidates. So you truly vote for who aligns with you the best. You're not stuck with these two fucking terrible options. To add on to those beliefs, and some people believe these are hot takes, some people believe that they're not. But what the fuck is that supposed to mean, Pete? Hold on. Hold on before I get into that. What does of course you are mean? The UK is a shithole. Well, we know where Pete stands. I never said the UK was perfect, but I do commend them for having shorter elections, more regulations regarding elections, and more options for their people. What the fuck is so shitty about that? You guys always fucking say, oh, I have to vote for Trump because I may not agree with everything, but he's the lesser of two evils. First of all, that's a fucking lie. He's not the lesser of two evils. He was literally watched what we know he watched in Lake Michigan. Um, Obviously guidelines. We have to be careful when talking about that. But it's like, why do we always have to pick the worst of two evils? Why is that everyone saying, well, I may not agree with this, but we have to pick the worst of two evils? Let's expand the political parties that can run for a real chance on the ticket. But I also believe in term limits for everyone, no lifelong appointments to limit the amount of appointments a president can give on both sides, because I think it's far too many. Because right now, what we're seeing in this country is people who we did not fucking elect causing a fucking shit show. And nothing less anti American than that. Anyone who enjoys drinking beer. I do not, but put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I am more when it comes to adult bevies, a hard liquor girl. Tabs, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, guys. We should be at 29,967 now. So thank you guys. 67 or 68. But thank you. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. Fuck MAGA and fuck Donald Trump. Okay, that's quite the statement. That is quite the statement. Bushmill, no alcohol for me, straight. Careful about what we're putting in the chat, guys. Careful about what we're putting in the chat. It's not that I don't agree. It's just we are trying to follow TikTok's guidelines and be respectful across platforms. Horn Vampire, hello, hello. B.A. Cole is back in the building today. You know what is interesting about my channel, and maybe it happens on other creators' channels, I just like don't hang out there enough to know, that even the trolls, oh, thank you for the rising star, Go-Go. Even the trolls, you guys come back. You guys come back. I see you on almost every live. And so, in this weird, fucked up way, whether you like it or not, you're part of this community. And I'm just going to say, hopefully, one day you'll stick around, you'll troll long enough to learn something. And I'm okay with that. You could sit there in the comments, you can troll, you can do whatever, that's fine, but you're the ones coming back every single day. And I'm not telling you to go away. I'm not saying anything like that. Just something I've noticed. Just something I've noticed. Yeah, I mean, Cujo, we get a few of the same. We get a few of the same. And I'm sorry about that Pete person, Cujo. Like, you're just wrong about everything. What am I wrong about? No, Cujo, you're not the troll. People like, never, I'm not even gonna call you out. You know who you are. You popped up recently. I see you. It's cool you're here. Um, well, I do kind of want to know what am I wrong about from Pete? So in 1 minute, hopefully we'll get to see that comment because what have I said that's wrong so far? That we need term limits, that we don't need funded lobbyists, that God forbid people should be able to afford healthcare, food, housing, and education, that they shouldn't be one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. What's wrong about that? What's so crazy left lunatic about wanting people who work hard to not have to work harder just to survive? I'm not saying that we should get to sit on our asses and work 10 hours a week and live in mansions. I just think that if we work a full-time job or two part-time jobs, because the job market's not great right now. But if you work your 40 hours a week or 32, whatever your job considers full-time, because it does, some companies it does fluctuate. I just don't think you should have to fucking struggle. You're doing what you're supposed to do. All right, hold on. Raven 420 says, yeah, I won't be long with you. I won't be able to get, we stopped the Bailey. Oh shit. Meg is only happy when, who the hell's Meg? And aluminum for American beer cans. We just signed a new trade deal for our barley. Oh shit. I mean, Canada's doing its thing. We talked yesterday that one of your top generals, I believe is their rank, is a general. They're openly talking about preparing for near peer conflict. And what that means, I'm not trying to fearmonger, that just means that they are preparing for potential conflict with an equal power. Not a small threat, not like the fringe group, an absolute equal. And for everyone in the comments that are going to say, you can't touch America's military, we're going to have enemies on both sides of our borders. Strength doesn't exist in isolation, and that's just part of the facts. It you need your bordering countries to at least be civil with you, if not allies. You know what I'm saying? Tips from the BART. The BART as in like the buses up in San Francisco. Doesn't take a military to take a country down. No, absolutely, Raven. I think an attack on the markets is a lot more brilliant than actual sound military force if that is their goal. Um, I'm not saying I endorse anything. I'm just saying that if America's economy falls, you can fill in the rest. 5 million, wait. If we sell it, your dollar is going to drop. Raven, listen, I get it. I'm just saying, it sounds a little threatening. Like, I don't think Canada's our enemy. I don't. Um, I think the fact that it's kind of warranted that this preparation is happening, just due to the fact that before this administration even took office, they treated our neighbors to the north with such adversarial rhetoric. It's just disgusting. I'm surprised it took this long for that conversation to happen. Oh, but I see The markets are doing fine. No, Pete, answer the fucking question. What was I wrong about? And give sources, because I'll give them. The other president we had respect for, but he attacked Canada. Yeah, no, I know. I know. Calling, dude, calling Canada's prime minister the 51st state's governor, that's fucked up. That's a form of disrespect that, like, imagine if the roles were reversed. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you do with that what you will. Also, shout out TikTok, because my camera on here, I look a lot better. I look like straight dog shit on YouTube right now, but it's fine. Canada needs to spend their own money on defense and not rely on the US. That's the point we're talking about, is that they're not relying on the US anymore. They said they are openly preparing for a near peer conflict. Who the fuck do you think that near peer is? It's the US. Like, I don't understand. I'm still waiting for Pete's answer. Quite curious about this one, since Pete's still commenting, but not to the questions, guys. And guys, we are already at 7,000. At 7,000, I'll visit my fun guy again. But thank you guys so much. And if you haven't hit follow yet, please do. KJ, what's up? Welcome in. Do you believe we should give Canada money? In what context? That's a very vague and nuanced question. Do you believe we should be giving Israel money? What the fuck is your point? They said they were talking about the US. No, nobody. Okay, but what about our allies? If we have treaties and allies in place, I think we should honor those treaties. Do I always agree with them? No, but renegotiate them. It's just like everyone's like, why the fuck are we supporting Ukraine? The Budapest Memorandum is why we're supporting Ukraine. Look it up. I think it was signed in what, 90? It was 92 or 94. I want to say 94, but I could be wrong. But yeah, the things I tell you guys to look up, you guys know. I look it up with you guys most of the time. So why don't we do that right now, anyways? Budapest Memorandum. 94. It was 94. And essentially what that means is that during that time period, I think from 93 or 91 to 93, maybe 89 to 93, Ukraine had the third largest nuclear supply in the world. And they surrendered those in a treaty, saying that America would never attack them, and if that they were attacked, America would defend them. No. What? Oh my fucking God. YouTube, you see in the comments. Like, I'm sorry, aren't we sending trillions in trade to Israel? And you know what's funny is there was someone that walked all over, Capitol Hill or whatever, all the politicians' offices, and it was, I stand with Israel. I stand with Israel. Why? You stand with a genocide? And that's not anti-Semitic to say, because I said nothing about Jewish people. We're talking about the Israeli government and what they're doing. And that's what those signs are referencing. Because it is very important that people know being anti-Zionist and anti-Semitic is not synonymous. Those are two very different things. And what's so funny about Israel is that they give their residents and citizens health care, subsidized housing, school. We're pivoting to Israel because I already explained why we are allies and why we are acting the way we are with Ukraine, because of the Budapest fucking memorandum. I gave you the year it was signed. I told you exactly what to look up. I told you exactly what the fuck it was. For free healthcare in Israel. Obviously we can't prove that, but some of that money, I mean, we're giving trillions. I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't fucking doubt it. What do you mean Obama didn't honor that? Obama didn't honor what? Also, it's worth noting, when Obama was in office, I was a teenager. So, what's the Ukraine deal? What Ukraine deal are you talking about? Did I say that was okay? And again, I was a child as this was happening. Now, granted, MAGA won't consider me a child because I was over the age of 12, but God forbid. No, he did support it. He just didn't send lethal aid, actually. Raven, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, when Russia violated it by invading Crimea in 2014 during the Obama administration, um, which led, because we didn't send lethal aid, uh, to U.S. condemnation, sanctions, and consultations through Russia. Obama didn't send lethal aid, I'm sorry, which some critics say showed weakness, while supporters point to financial aid and upholding non-proliferation principles, which is still honoring it, just not in a lethal way. So, you know what I'm saying? No, he sent financial aid as well. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have done more. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying I agree with everything that Barack Obama has done. I'm not saying I agree with everything Joe Biden has done. I think it's really fucking weird to agree with every single thing a president or a person in general has done, because that is what shifts from support to cultism. Everybody have a great day. I got to cook up some moose meat. Okay. All right. Have a good one, Raven. Thank you so much for following. Using the F word takes a great deal out of your argument. Actually, that's scientifically proven false, because when you use profanity with purpose, it evokes emotion, which means you're going to listen more whether you like to admit it or not. I'm not even going to fucking, I'm not. I literally just fucking, oh my God. That's just like when I had to do the J6er um at the first No King's Day in DC, and I gave him the whole I'm going to show you where Trump basically said he would bang his daughter on the Howard Stern show 2000, I think 6 or 7. And I was like, watch, I'm going to pull this up. Thank you, Lindy. I'm going to pull this up, and this motherfucker is going to say it's AI. When AI at the level it's at now and availability it's at now didn't exist. And you can see the video is from, the year it was. I played it, and even though I told him he was going to say it was AI, he was like, that shit's AI. I just don't understand it. I just don't fucking get it. But these are also the same people that want us to leave NATO and to leave Europe and the UK as allies, and side with Russia and North Korea. So that's where their heads are. Go, thank you so much for the likes. And guys, we are at 10.5. So let me visit Fun Guy. Why not? We got about 28 more minutes on here. That guy Alan, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, guys. How is everybody doing? Let's go back to ground news, see if anything's happened. Probably not. It takes a little bit to update sometimes, which is my only quim about it. Um, I will say what I do find, I just saw the article and it reminded me, and I do want to talk to you guys about it. Trump calls for the release of any Epstein files, naming Democrats, saying, embarrass them. I thought he said it was a hoax. Probably because the same reason they said that they assumed that whoever took leadership of this country would honor the Constitution, and that's why we have the lack of protections we do now. Go, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Holy shit, thank you so much, Go. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't get it. But he says, yeah, Trump calls for the release, which fine, fucking release them. If Democrats are in there, if Republicans are in there, if independents, if poor people, if rich people, I don't give a fuck. If they are part of what took place in that, they need to be held accountable no matter where their alliances fall. So fucking release him. But now he's saying, thank Newsworth parody. Thank you so much for the follow. Um, but okay, these are the same people that are like, we conquered America, we're the best. They didn't really mean separation of church and state when they literally fled a religious monarchy over taxes, by the way. Let's not fucking forget that. Lindy, thank you so much for the follow. But he says release them at the same time as calling it a hoax. So which the fuck is it? And also, let's not forget, Bill Clinton said release every fucking document with my name on it, bitch. He went there. He don't give a fuck. I guess if he knows he's going down, he's gonna bring him down with him. And I like that. Putting up with it. What's up? Welcome in. I saw you snuck in. Thank you for the likes. Ryan, thank you for the roses. I do appreciate you so, so, so much. Guys, we have about 26 minutes left on here. Still plenty of time. I think we've gotten 4 followers so far. 3 or 4. You guys remind me. Our goal is 5. Um, but is there anything you guys want to talk about? Let me know. I will say the Kennedy Center is now, yeah, seeking $1 million after musicians cancel over Trump's name edition when it was illegal. And I'm pretty sure their fucking contracts at the Kennedy Center, not the Trump Kennedy Center, which was never congressionally approved, which makes that contract null and void. Likes women, not children. I mean, I'm not saying he's not in the files. I'm not saying that at all. Um, he said some weird shit before, and he used to hang around with Trump. Let's not forget that. I mean, when he was president, he was the one that like lifted regulations so Trump could have that basically illegal riverboat casino in Lake Michigan. Let's not forget that. Plain and simple. But hell, if you're going to go down and you're going to drag people down to hell with you, feel free. Do your thing. Um, Shellbell, thank you so much for the follow, guys. DJR, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah, no, I don't think Clinton's innocent, but I think it was ballsy as fuck to say release every goddamn thing with my name on it. Was a Democrat donor. Yeah, exactly. People forget that until it serves them in an argument. And this is why I say it's not left versus right. It's the power versus the people. And right now, those in power have their fucking boot on the neck of the people. Because I have no allegiance to a political party. I have an allegiance to the American people. And that's the type of president we need. We used to have presidents that would cross party lines to make sure we didn't have government shutdowns. And that happened on both sides, guys. I'm not saying it was only good Democrats. I'm not saying it was only good Republicans. But I'm saying right now, the career politicians we have in office need to fucking go. We need to set term limits. They don't need to be allowed to participate in the stock market or crypto if they are the ones influencing the laws that affect those markets. And their family shouldn't be able to be anyways. Okay, and then it goes, Democrats are corrupt. Bitch, I just fucking said that. He was a Democrat. He crossed the line. That's not why you fucking elected him. You elected him initially because you said he couldn't be bought. And now he is the most bought and paid for president in history. It's fucking, I cannot, man. I cannot. Ooh, but it is what it is. People are going to think what they're going to think. And it is what it is. Whatever. It's just funny. You see the juxtaposition when I'm like, fuck all politicians. They're not for us. And then they're like, Democrats are corrupt. I just fucking said they're corrupt. I said Republicans are corrupt too. You can't think that people who have been in office longer than you've been alive are properly doing their job. Why? I will say there are exceptions. Not perfect exceptions, but exceptions. Bernie's had the same message the whole fucking time. But truthfully, Democrats don't like Bernie just like Republicans don't like Bernie. Why? Because Bernie's for the people. I do not agree with everything, but you were smart and reasonable. Absolutely, Lindy. And there are things politically, guys, that we're not going to agree on. I understand that. But when I'm like, oh, all politicians are corrupt, and then someone comes up here, MAGA, Democrats are corrupt, like, call you Billy Bob and go fuck your cousin, because that says everything you need to know about yourself when you respond like that. Like, we are trying to reach conversations of unity and foster positive conversations that lead to change within our communities because we know we can't rely on the government. That's where we are at right now. And we're part of it. We're fucking part of it. We've elected officials or not voted or not participated in our local elections. And these assholes all got their start somewhere. So we have to take that bit of accountability. But we also need to fight for the people because no one else is. Because guess what? They're all fucking paid off. Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. I really do appreciate it, guys. Um, yeah, it's just like they'll be like, "You're the dumbest you I've ever seen," and then I give them factual statements with sources, explain my meaning of thought, and even say it's okay if we don't agree. And then they're just like, "Mega." It's like a fucking frog or something. Voting is so important. I always take my daughter with me. I learned, I understand why in America people don't trust the voting system. I get that. And I'm not saying because the 2020 election was stolen or anything like that. I think the Electoral College is completely fucked. I think it's absolute fucking bullshit that someone in a fucking recipient state pays less in taxes, but per the electoral, they get more of a fucking vote than me. When I live in a donor state, that doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying that anyone's vote should count more than the other, but I think our votes should be fucking equal. Plus, you can't fucking trust the Electoral College. Plain and simple. I feel like women fought for it, so I like to honor them. Absolutely, absolutely. I've been honest with you guys before. I was a little bit late in life to vote because I joined the military early in life, and they teach you to be pretty apolitical. They're not saying you can't vote, but because we had to be so apolitical, I tried to stay away from politics. I mean, I worked for the president, plain and fucking simple. Um, and my first time voting was for Hillary. She wasn't the perfect candidate, but she was better than the fucking latter. Then I voted for Biden, and then I voted for Kamala. So of my 3 elections, 2 of them I voted for women, and I'm pretty happy about that. What branch is your spouse in? Lindy, thank you. Ha 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 ha. Dude, they just proved my fucking point. They say nothing of substance. Air Force. Okay, all right. Nice. Smart people join the Air Force, let's be real. They call it the Chair Force for a reason. And I'm not saying it's not hard, but I'll put it this way. I MEP'd in, which means that where I joined the Navy military entrance process in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm like 45 minutes away from it. Where I grew up, I now live in California, but it was an Air Force base, and I was like, ooh, this fucking food is good as shit. I was excited about the military. And then Navy, yeah. Yeah, Navy. Then I got to the ship and I was like, they'd be like, oh, it's biscuits and gravy. And it would be just plain toast, or not even toast, just bread with gravy. Man, flyover states will have zero say on anything in our country. Well, I mean, flyover states are the ones like fucking Oklahoma. You guys had an opportunity to provide free meals for kindergarten through K through 12 students, and you voted no. So, oh yeah, thank you for your support. And honestly, being a military spouse is not easy. So, Lindy, thank you and your spouse for your contributions to this country, honestly, because I can't imagine having to have or having a spouse, especially if you guys have a family, and then that spouse deploying for 9, 10 months, so, sometimes up to a year at a time. It's pretty crazy. I remember my first deployment. I was in San Diego for about 2 weeks, and then we deployed for 9.5 months. We are currently in Germany. Ooh, how do you like it over there? Sarah, what's up? Welcome in, guys. We do have about 18 minutes left. And when we get to 20,000, I'll visit my fungi once more. But yeah, and guys, thank you for hanging out over on YouTube. If anyone's over there, honestly, I've been on the news, so I haven't checked. Probably not, but if you guys ever miss a live, we are now streaming on YouTube as well, and it saves it after. So you can always go check in, see what we talked about if you want to join the conversation. And with that, we hit 20K. Give me 1 second. Doug, thank you so much for the follow. Doug, have you been in here before? Your name looks very, very familiar. Um, it's okay. I had to leave my horse in Montgomery, Alabama, but he's with a good friend. Dude, I literally grew up. So you know Montgomery. Do you know Clay County, Alabama? That's where I grew up. It's not 45 minutes away. That was a lie. It's more like an hour 20 to an hour and a half. But yeah. But I joined out of I my dep station, my recruiting station was in Auburn, but I'm an Alabama fan. Do you think Chuck Schumer was for blowing before he wasn't? Well, I actually no, first time. I appreciate you. Well, Doug, I don't know. Your name sounds really familiar. What is Graham saying? I haven't seen anything from Graham. Oh, Grams is tagging themselves and saying downstate taxes support Chicago, no difference on how flyover state. What? What the fuck are you even saying? No, I do not. We want to retire near Birmingham. Just push it over to Tuscaloosa. Retire where some good football is. But if you guys ever do go back to Alabama, permanently, Clay County's not much, but they are a good high school football team. I will say that. What's up, Jordan? Nice to see you in here. Nice to see you in here. But Doug, yeah, no, I feel maybe I've seen you in another live or something. Sarah, also obscure cupcake. Sarah's a RIL friend. I think they're just talking to themselves. Haha. Clemson graduates. Hmm. I don't know, Lindy. I don't know anymore. I'm just kidding. Clemson has a strong school, smart graduates. Alabama does too, though. People want to talk shit about Alabama and Auburn, in terms of their like actual academics. They're some of the highest in the state. I mean, the agriculture program alone at Auburn is incredible, and the medical and law programs at Alabama, exquisite, exquisite. Yeah, we can still be friends. See, if you can cross SEC college football lines, anybody can cross lines. The fact that I just sat here and said something nice about Auburn, just saying, just saying. I want my daughter to go to Alabama. Well, it's a state school, so if your spouse retires and gets 100%, unless things have changed since I was in the military, I got out right before COVID hit. Um, should be able to go with a pretty hefty, yeah, a pretty hefty. Fuck, what am I trying to say? It's not the GI Bill, but for retired, like 100% disabled retired, you get free fucking state school. We're friends and go Gators. Well, that's because Sarah, you just maybe I do need to fucking take you to the Rose Bowl, Sarah, because to be a Florida fan, that's gotta just suck. I came up with an intro last night. Okay, okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hopefully the Ducks take it all again. Nah, I think you were right the first time when you said the sucks. Here's the thing. I am very ambitious about the Rose Bowl. Here's why. Indiana has not taken, and Indiana is number one CFP rankings. I get that. They haven't taken an SEC hit all fucking year. In fact, their quarterback has only been sacked 18 times in 13 games. Because we talk about facts, logic, and analytics. And if you know anything about college football, taking an SEC sack is different than taking a sack from any other team in the fucking nation. I'm a Christian that doesn't agree with what Trump is doing in our country. Let's talk about that. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. We're going to tackle Indiana first, then we're going to go to yours, Jordan, because I do want to talk about it. But I very much feel that Indiana is going to try to play fast way too early because they're trying to protect their quarterback. And once that fails one time, doubt starts. Alabama plays a hard game and they're going to come after you every fucking time. Amanda, thank you so much for the follow. And then once they get you that first time, if they get you the second time, especially if you get sacked a second time before the first half is over, Bama's got the game. It's supposed to be raining as well. Alabama's really good at playing in really gritty games and their depth. Alabama has a team where someone from their third string is probably going to make the NFL. When some teams in college football don't even have a first string that would make NFL. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cautiously optimistic. I think if Bama plays it right, they go in there and they use the intimidation factor because Alabama's a fucking legacy program. I came home from the hospital. Um, I came home from the hospital in an Alabama onesie after being born. I've been lifelong, even through the Shula days. So we have hope against Indiana. And Sarah, even if I don't go to that game, we can like meet up at a bar and watch it that day. You need to see real football. And is it okay that Trump is protecting Christians in Nigeria? Well, we actually talked about that earlier. And residents in the areas and nearby areas that were attacked were completely surprised. It was on fucking Christmas, and they said there has been no extremist activity in their area. So is it to protect Christians? No, it's not. It's for natural fucking resources, just like Venezuela. Ryan, thank you. Jesus. They think they come out this. All right, but Jordan, we're done talking Alabama football for now. You're a Christian that disagrees with what Trump is doing. Let's hear your thoughts. Because you guys know I don't have a problem. Thank you so much for the heart me. I have no problems with people being religious at all. I think it's beautiful personally. Is it my cup of tea? No. I've had quite negative experiences with organized religion. Um, but I'm not going to shit on someone for it. As long as you don't try to regulate someone else's body because of your religion that they don't share. That's the only time. I don't cheer for Alabama. I'm a hater. That's fucked up, Sarah. That's really fucked up. I thought we were friends. Thought we were friends. This is a Roll Fucking Tide channel, baby. Roll Fucking Tide. Just saying. You know, Jordan, it's funny you say that. I don't know if you were in here when we had that discussion. Love you too. Love you too. But someone brought up, well, why do you think the founding fathers didn't make it to where felons couldn't run for president? Oh, the same founding fathers that you disagree, not you personally, but this person who's still in the chat, um, that you disagree church and state should be one when the founding fathers literally ran from a religious monarchy. That's kind of a weird assumption to make. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Exactly. They didn't think we'd be that dumb one. They had faith that the leader of the country would support and defend the Constitution, such as their oath, which is why, you know, when you join your oath of enlistment, it does mention the Constitution before the president because it is in the assumption. Jolena, hello, hello. Because it is in the assumption that the president is going to obey the Constitution and to uphold it. Thinking the country should be one religion, cringe. Bruh. I'm saying, like, it literally, our First Amendment, the first one, guys, is freedom of speech, press, assembly, which means protest, and freedom of religion, which means you can be as religious as you want to whatever religion you want, or you don't have to be religious at all. Plain and fucking simple. But guys, thank you so much for today. We got about 8 minutes on here, so plenty of time. If you haven't hit that follow button yet, please do. Exactly. It's supposed to be a melting pot of culture. Ryan, thank you so much for the roses again. I really do appreciate you guys. Um, I'm going to be on tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That does mean 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain Time. I'm going to do a post sometime today. I got to go walk my friend's dog in just a little bit. But I'm going to do a post sometime today. I'll do a post tomorrow and a live tomorrow. And if you miss any of it, you can find it on the tube that you use. Lives, posts, everything. So be sure to subscribe over there because we are 10 away from our end of year goal of 200. I think honestly I can get that really by Monday if I really put my mind to it. So maybe we'll extend that goal. Who knows? Sarah, thank you for the rose. DF25, what's up? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. And hit comment if I missed you. I know there was a few names that just popped up. If I didn't call you out, hit me in the comments. Let me know so I can give you a proper call out for joining us for this great conversation. At 30,000, plenty of time to get 30,000, guys. We're at 28 right now. Ryan, thank you again for the roses. I'll visit the fungi again. And Sarah, if you didn't know, you know what I mean when I say fungi. In vape form, available at the stores down the street. Sort of reminds me, oh shit, what was that stuff called? Spice. From years ago. I'm like, how is this so accessible? This can't be good for us. Tap, tap, tap that screen. That's right, go, go. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys are watching here on YouTube, right now we have 28,300 likes. So they're really doing their thing over here. Um, but yeah, we've had 2 whole views on our YouTube, but it's cool. Kat, what's up? Welcome in. Yeah. No, I've had this one for a while though, Sarah. You just have to be careful because you can get a headache from it, like pretty easy, which is why I'm only doing it every couple thousand. But I promise I have to leave the house today to go get my friend's house key and walk her dog, and I will get a battery on the way. So tomorrow we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. I just can't fuck around with this homegrown grease bucket. It literally tastes like residual grease from like KFC at the bottom of a bucket or something. It's not good. And I'm not saying KFC's bad. Um, the chicken's good, but the grease isn't. And it literally tastes like a bucket of grease. Penelope is waiting. Dude, she's waiting. She's impatient. But I'm going to do it. I ordered groceries today. I'm going to do a little laundry today. A little skincare. Because your girl is about to be 33 and I really want Botox. I really do. But we're trying not to. We're trying to stay away from it. But am I taking JP with me? No, I walk, it's like 2 blocks, 3 blocks away. And they have a pit bull who Vivi is, she's so sweet. She just plays rough. And I have a lanky dog. One swing in the neck and he's gone, you know. I don't agree with you a lot, but I hope you had a great Christmas. John Quinn, that's okay. You don't have to agree with me a lot, but I hope you had a great Christmas as well. And this is how these conversations can start it. I do not need it. I know I don't need it. I know I don't need it. Here's the thing. I know I don't need it, but I am also on my holiday vacation. Um, so I'm gonna enjoy. I like to indulge a little bit here and there. Yeah, we don't, Danilo. We need JP for 2028. We need JP for life. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right now he's looking at me and he's on like this blanket and his head's just sticking out and his little tongue's poking out. But he's now just kind of staring at me like, shut the fuck up, mom. I love how we can disagree and not attack each other's character. Exactly. That's the thing. And technically, I did attack someone's character earlier. I'm not going to lie. But it's because they didn't fight it when someone said, hey, that's their identity. That's their identity. And we did reach 30,000 way before I thought we were going to. We're now at 31. But yeah, what does fighting get us anymore? It's just like one thing this year I didn't do was celebrate a lot of holidays. Um, Next year is going to be different. I was talking to you guys about it, and I challenge you guys all to do this as well. And that is they're not going to be able to access our joy anymore. Our joy is our own. We're going to celebrate the big wins. We're going to celebrate the small wins every day starting 2026, January fucking 1st, when we go live. I want at least one person to put something positive that we can talk about in the comments every day, because when you look for positivity, you find it. When you look for negativity, you find it. Plain and simple. You were trolled? No. Yeah, dude, it's like a whole year that I didn't celebrate anything. Even my fucking birthday. I literally I They celebrated at work. I'll give them that. It was beyond anything I could have ever imagined. I think I came home with 7 plants. They're all dead now. Um, Unfortunately, I do not have a green thumb. But like I didn't have like a party or anything. I went and had like a quick bite at Rusticachina with some friends and then came home, launched my TikTok, and we're almost a year in. Warrior Squirrel, welcome back in. Hello, hello. Sitter, hello. We are in our last few minutes, guys. But we can still talk about whatever you want until that time is up. We've already met our 30,000 goal. So thank you. Thank you for the Rosa. I appreciate it. Here, what? What's up? Welcome in. Um, yeah, things are just I'm just tired of them taking joy. I'm not going to give it to them. And I felt guilty at times. It's like there's so much negativity going on in the world. Why the fuck are we celebrating? Ryan, oh my God, Ryan, thank you so much. And I was like, why the fuck are we celebrating? It feels wrong. No, fuck that. It's my joy. I'm going to find joy in the ways I can. And I suggest you guys do as well. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let's see if anything else has popped up over here. Like NASA to launch Pandora satellite to search for alien life. Why? Why you want to find that? Every movie says don't fucking look for Ryan. Thank you so much. You are going crazy. Winning is staying whimsical. Sarah, you weren't on here yesterday, but I found a post. I think I reposted it and it said the key like the only way to make it out alive essentially is to have a firm grip on both your whimsy and your political rage, and I fucking agree. What time do I normally go live? I'm always late. All right, today it was an early live. I'm not gonna deny that because most of the time on Friday or Saturdays I don't go live. Sunday tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That means 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain Time, 5 of course PST. Sitter, thank you so much. So 5 p.m. I'll update you guys like I do with the story about an hour before. Um, it helps to check her story. It informs most of the time. Yeah, we try to always update the story just so we know. That way it pops up in your inbox, so you'll see it there. But tonight's been, or today rather, has been really fucking cool. Thank you guys for having. Sorry we had some trolls in here. We had to call them out because it doesn't fucking make sense. If you guys didn't know, I'm referencing something from the start because I literally would be like, oh yeah, I'm not really about politics. I think people, you know, on both sides don't really support the people, and they would just be like, mega. Why? Ryan, just Ryan's spoiling me today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. But let me visit our dear fungi one last time, and then we'll do the outro. Guys, thank you so much for the gifts, the comments, the follows, the participation, and just watching. If you didn't comment, that's okay too. If you missed any of this and you want to go see it, it's going to be available on my YouTube in about 3 minutes after we end this. Um, Look out for posts. I made two yesterday. I'm going to make one today, probably around 5 p.m. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Jolena, love the emojis. Thank you for letting me pick. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Bye, guys. Bye, YouTube. Have a good day. And roll tide.